All right. Welcome to Let Black Women Speak on the podcast. I'm Whitney,
And I'm Ta'Cha.
and we're going to be discussing the topic of the justice system in the Black community.
Yeah,
And with episode today, we're going to be talking about family support when someone goes to jail.
absolutely.
How we as family can support our friends and family members when they go to jail, the importance of supporting them and making sure that they're good mentally and
Yes,
emotionally. That's an
absolutely.
important one too.
Absolutely.
Because anybody being locked away and not having nobody there for them, that can be hard,
Yeah,
you know? That can be hard on them mentally for sure.
for sure.
A whole new environment, not being able to do what you want when you please. So
Yeah,
all of that. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Ah,
But then again, that does raise a red flag for me. A question: should you support that person if you know they're guilty? Or should you not support that person if you know they're guilty?
I mean, for me, guilty or not,
Mhm.
um, I'm gonna support them because we all fall short of the glory. We all go through things, and I think what helped people get on the right track is having that support and that knowing that even though I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life, my family still loves me.
Mhm.
It's that Christ-like unconditional love,
Mhm.
and our healing journey in the Black community, that's needed. So absolutely,
True.
even if they're guilty, still letting them know, like, yeah, that wasn't cool, but you're my family and I love you and I'm gonna be there with you and walk you through this. And just making sure like they know like you gotta come out a better person after this.
Yeah. Well, with me, the way that I view things, it really depends on what it is. Like, did you kill somebody? Were you intentionally, you know, doing something to put yourself where you are? We can't
Yeah.
always support somebody that, knows what they're doing and intentionally did it.
I
So
mean,
that's something a little different. But people they constantly keep supporting somebody that keeps doing bad things intentionally, doesn't want to change, but yet they go to jail, you still keep supporting them.
well, I'm looking I'm looking like now relationship wise and stuff like that. I think that's a whole nother conversation. I'm talking like family wise. Family wise, I think we should have that unconditional love no matter what they do. Um, because most of the time, if it's something that's like horrible, it's either mental health issues or
Mhm.
drug addiction.
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, people just ain't out here, especially in the Black community, doing something, and those two don't play in it. Or uh, mental illness, I think, has a lot to do with doing things um, for money, for the driven of money, because I think, well, I guess ignorance is not a mental illness. So I don't know. I could just say from my experience with my brothers and my cousins, some of them have been in jail for drugs, some of them have been in jail for murder, um, robbery. A lot of it was just being young. Another was being on drugs, um, young and on drugs. That was in mental. So you're right. It would have to be like case by case basis. But I mean, me personally, and I would try to help a family member no matter what. Even if it's I don't have to go visit you, but even if it's just putting $10, $20 on your books, just for you can have deodorant, just for you can have the initials while you're in jail. You
Mhm.
know, I just think that as women, that's our responsibility. Grandma in my family, grandma died a little bit early. So I just believe that that's up to the aunties and the nieces and the grown female cousins to pick up those pieces, because God forbid something ever happened to us where you never know, I don't know, we could fall asleep on the wheel, end up hitting someone and they can
Mhm.
get us, go to jail, or say we do something and snap and fight somebody and it accidentally go farther than what we intended. Anything can happen.
Mhm.
You don't have to
Mhm.
be a criminal to end up in jail.
Mhm. Mhm.
So cases like that, if stuff like that happens to us, we wouldn't want people to just leave us for dead in there with no support.
Right.
And just having experience with people in jail, they always talk about the success rate for rehabilitation is most likely when you have family support. Because when people do 10, 20 years in jail and no one ever put money on their books or wrote them letters or came to visit them, or you don't have nobody to talk to on the phone, they don't have anything to look to. So they basically feel like their only family that they do have is the people in jail. So they get out and they just go right back
Mhm.
because they feel like they don't have anything. And they've been in jail so long, they don't know anything. So I think that's what caused the cycle. So, in my point of view, it is absolutely imperative that if you have a brother or a sister or any close relative, like an uncle or a parent, no matter what they did, you make it clear to them, like, yeah, that's not okay. I hope you getting better, but just ask who I am as your family member. I just want to make sure that I let you know that you're loved,
Yeah.
you
I get
know.
that part. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I do it. I have a sister, she struggles with drugs and mental illness, and my little
Mhm.
brother, he struggled with drugs and mental illness. And I had a big brother, he went to jail and he just was young, hanging with the wrong cousin and did
Yeah.
something stupid that he regretted. But for me, everybody else in my family was, that perspective, like, oh, that's on them. They sit there and rot. They're gonna do something stupid. That's on them. But for me, it's like, nah, because I know if I was in that position, I would want you to look out for me. So
Mhm.
I put money on their books. I talk to them whenever they want to talk. Even though what they did, it's unacceptable. You can't be out here, getting high and killing someone. You can't be out here armed robbing someone with a gun. you
Yeah.
know you you can't be out here, assaulting people, assaulting police officers, all the stuff that they did. Like, it's not okay. But I still want you to know, even though you're going through something, I have that love of Christ for you is unconditional and I'm going to support you. So that's just me as a woman. That's my perspective. Even with friends I had growing up that I grew up with, I'm always that friend. If I hear about the situation, if you come on my mind or my spirit, I'll check on you. I'll put money on your books if I find out you're in jail. Or if it's a situation where I can help, where I can get you out, if it's either going to court to a trial, or if it's you know, stopping or trying to help you get out of jail. It If I can do that, I would do that. Just understanding that we all we got. Like, we all we got, we got to stop playing a judge,
Mhm.
because we all fall short of the glory, all of us. So, yeah, I mean, I guess
Yeah.
that's my gift, you know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying on that. I never really experienced that, having
Yeah,
somebody I know that went to jail and, all that kind of stuff. So that's just a different world for me. You
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
I never had a mate or anybody, a close friend that was in jail or nothing like that. So I don't
Yeah,
really know much about that kind of world. But me personally, I don't know. Like, if I know that person is guilty, it'd be hard for me to want to support them. But if that was my child, most definitely I will support them no matter what. But yeah.
You get what I'm saying,
I
just
get what you're saying, being
on
your
a
family and stuff like
yeah, it's
that,
just on the
but
family level. I
yeah,
mean, for me too, even friends, but like you said, you haven't experienced it yet.
yeah, yeah,
So you can't really, you really can't speak on something you haven't experienced because you don't know that feeling yet.
yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure if it was a guy that you was vibing with and he ended up doing something accidentally or drunk or something and you really loved him, you would support him,
yeah,
or if it's a kid, or if it's a sibling that you really love, you know what I'm saying? You'll be like, you know what? I don't know why you did what you did. That was dumb. But here, I'm put $20 on your books. Okay. So
yeah.
I don't know. That's how I feel when it comes to my little siblings. Like that was real stupid. That was real crass
Mhm.
dummy-ish. But I love you. I
Yeah,
love you. And I'm gonna show my love to you through, through whatever. Just I feel like the same love that we would have for our children and our spouse should be the same love we have for our family when it comes to being there in their worstest moments.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, most definitely. I feel that.
yeah. But everybody's different. Everybody go through different strokes.
Yeah.
I come from a real big family and a lot of men. So boys are just prone at young ages if they don't have a good father role model or mother around, good structure in their life, they're just known to going out there and doing stupid stuff. So that's part of the Black community. It's really nothing we can do right now until we all collectively heal
Mm-hmm.
and start raising our kids up and teaching them right from wrong and getting them in environments where they can flourish, where they don't
True.
have so much peer pressure.
True.
A lot of it, I know back in our hometown, it's peer pressure. It's all the guys are doing it on the block, so I want to be cool, so I'm gonna do
I feel that. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
To fit
So
in. They want
yeah,
to fit in and be cool. Yeah.
yeah. And then even with the little girls, a lot of it, even up north, I've noticed a lot of these girls are banging, fist fighting, and they don't know a lot of that stuff can lead you in jail.
And they don't play up here either in these school systems. They
Yeah. So
don't
even with the
play. You
girls,
could
yeah,
get expelled out of school, honey. They do not
and
play.
sometimes they'll press charges. Like if girls are pull out a weapon,
Oh yeah, they do. Even if you
any
just
type.
fighting with no weapons, you get charges.
Yeah, I know. Back in the day, we can hit somebody with a lock and we won't go to jail. You hit somebody with a lock out there, you gone.
Oh yeah, you definitely going to jail. They
Yeah.
don't
So
play. And I like that too about the school system that they don't play about stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's a good thing.
yeah, it's a good thing, but that's just a fight. I feel like a kid doesn't know that this is going to destroy their life, but that's where I come in. Where things like this, we have to come behind them, even if
Mhm.
it's the most stupidest thing, like a girl fight or a boy fight that led to assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
So it's just so many scenarios that we go through being in our community because we need to heal. We
Mhm.
need to learn how scope coping skills for sure.
Yes. Yes.
We can't just be stealing on folk and shooting folk as soon as they do something
Okay,
that
that's crazy. That's crazy.
uh, say something
Crazy.
somebody say something you don't like, somebody do something that you don't like, somebody move a certain way. And it's traumatized. That's what I see back in our community and in urban communities all over the world. We traumatized.
Mhm.
It's like I have a I have an abused dog that I just fostered in to my family, and if anybody get too close to him, he bites them. And I was looking at him one day, and I was like, man, that's the Black community.
Yes, it is.
If somebody get too close to you, if somebody move funny, if somebody do anything, and I was like, that's a trauma. That's a trauma response.
It really is.
Mhm.
And it just reminds me growing up, going to school, middle school. That's when a
Mhm.
lot of stuff changed. The kids were just wild and out of control. And I just be looking at them like, man, y'all live in the same community with me. Like y'all live around the corner from me and stuff like that. And y'all just so crazy. Like, what is really going on in your household? And it was to the point where some people used to ask me, do I live in the suburbs and stuff? Like, nah, fool, I live around the corner from you. But y'all crazy.
Yeah,
Them
yes,
kids was crazy, and I just didn't never feel like I fit in with them kids. I just hated my whole middle school years because them
yeah,
kids were just wild like animals.
yeah. And
Yeah.
a lot of it was because the parents in that age, my
Yeah.
parents,
They were
that's
going through a lot at home. A lot of them kids
yeah,
were.
yes. And the thing is, the Willie Lynch, the Operation Project, they ushered in all the drugs in the community, and a lot of the parents was on drugs.
Yeah.
So, and then we're not going to talk about Operation Tear Apart the Family. There was no fathers at home. All of them are leaving single mothers. They have to work 12 hours a day. The kids are raising themselves, in people in and out of the house, open houses. They're seeing things and experiencing things at a very young age. And that's how you get that, just out of control, chaos, no structure in a family. But
Yeah.
I still believe it's all strategic when it comes to the judicial system, when it comes to the broken families. For us, I think it was a strategic move to destroy us as a people due to other cultures feeling inferior to us.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
what I truly feel.
Hmm.
No, that's, I mean, it was said. It's not even about feelings. It's not even about emotions. It was literally said by their ancestors, their forefathers. The biggest threat to the Americas is the union of the Black family. When someone lived by statements like that, I mean, in every institution capitalized off of the struggle of another community. The jail system, 75% of the jails is African American.
That's sad.
And it's either they get 3,000 or 13,000 a day,
Oh yeah.
a
It's big
private. This
money.
is not government. This is a private
Private
owned
institutions.
institutions.
Yeah.
And then they have some type of contract with the government that if it goes below a certain percent, the government have to pay them. So it's so strategic. So when these things are held against you and your people, that's what makes you have that unconditional love and support your family and your people no matter what.
Yeah, I get that for sure. I get that
Because
for sure.
yeah, when you're educated and you understand that the odds are stacked against them
Mhm,
and things are strategically put in place in different institutions
mhm.
to profit after our community's downfalls, oh yeah. You just try to support and be the best role model, the best light that you can be. Because that's all we can do, and to everybody get on the same page.
Right.
Yeah. So is there anything else you want to speak on the subject?
No, that's it really.
Yeah. And that's really all I have to say. Guys that listening on this episode, um, no matter what your family member do, just know we all fall short of the glory. We all go through situations where we will do stuff that we regret, once we are in those type of situations. Please try to, even if you don't go visit, now they have it where you can Zoom call. They have tablets in the jails. Answer the phones, even if you just do 10, 15 minutes a week or a month. Answer the phones, try to put money on their books, try to put money on the phone, because sometimes people that can lead to suicide, it could lead to just all kinds of things. And just know, even when we was at our weakest moments, we wanted someone to be there for us and support us. So please don't judge unless you want to be judged. And him without seeing them without seeing whoever without seeing, cast the first stone, because we all got poison. You know,
Mhm.
theirs is just a little bit, extreme than ours. So
Yeah.
with that being said, guys, thank you guys for tuning in and Let a Black Woman Speak on It. You can catch us on YouTube. Um, we should be updating and posting, I believe, every week or so, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I try to post on a regular, it's every week or so, letting you guys know on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram to go and catch us on YouTube at Let a Black Woman Speak on It. And our podcast, Anchor, will be updated soon. Until we meet again, you guys have a blessed week.